about that, guys. I don't know what happened, but I had to completely reboot my phone to get it to work. That was very, very strange. Thank you. I don't know why it done that. That was weird as hell. I had to completely reboot the phone, and I had to manually turn it off and restart it. It wouldn't hit the restart button or nothing wouldn't work. So that was just altogether weird. Then again, this thing did update the other day, if I'm not mistaken, so that might cause a problem. Squeegee back through here where I walk. That fan ain't too loud, is it, shoot? Hey, Flywood, how's it going, bro? I always hated using these damn squeegees. Even when I worked in fast food, I preferred the mop. Hey there, Nicole. How's it going? I was just talking about you a minute ago. Plan is to squeegee a lot of this stuff into the floor and then sweep up the trash part and then sweep the rest of the water to the drain. Of course, my plans didn't work out right, so that may not happen. I hope you guys can hear me all right. I unfortunately cannot charge my phone and use my mic at the same time, so. Good. I appreciate it, shoot, but nah, I should have everything under control by the weekend. If I don't, then it might be a problem. But after I get everything dried off, I'm going to figure out the rest of the drain. Tomorrow, I'm going to buy some food coloring mix up a couple of gallons of water with it. I have my fiance pour it in this drain back here so I can try to see where it comes out at the creek. That way I can see if there's something wrong. Hopefully I can borrow a drain snake from somebody to run through it as well. I used to have drain snakes, but I'll be damned if I know where it's at. I'm not very organized, if you haven't noticed. Is that fan too loud for you guys? If it is, I can turn it off, but it's hot in here. I've had a heater on for a couple of days. Oh my God. Nicole, I was saying that you were the reason that I didn't quit when the first time this happened. First time this happened during the week, if it hadn't have been for you, I would have probably quit then. You gave me the idea to make a video out of it, and I did. Which honestly didn't bring in the views that I kind of expected to, but none of my videos really have here lately. I personally think people don't like me, but I'm told that's not true, but who knows? Now, I started this channel with my line of thinking was that I was going to help beginners that see all these YouTube channels with expensive workshops and get intimidated and afraid to start. That's why I started my channel, to show that you didn't have to have all these expensive tools to start. And I still stick to that. The most expensive tool I have in my shop is my brad nailer, and it was $89.99. But if I help one person that's just getting started out actually get started instead of just watching videos about it, then I'm happy. Would I like for my YouTube to get monetized? Of course I would. Who wouldn't? But at the same time, as long as I help one beginner to get started, that's all I'm worried about. last time it flooded in here, it got as deep as a 5-gallon bucket, which was pretty damn close to my hand tools, so I may start hanging them up. What's up, Mike? How's it going? I didn't even know you had struck in on me. Yeah, I'm getting a little bit of it. I even poured a little bit of totally awesome cleaner down in the muddy water. Maybe thinking maybe it would make the shop sparkle or something. It didn't, or hasn't yet, but but even if I had a sump put down here, I guess I would still have to do this part right here. If it got more, if it got up to where the sump couldn't keep up, I guess I would still be having to do this. I thought I could carry this concrete floor up, figure out better drainage, so definitely do. But I'm definitely not a construction worker. Well, I might make me a ceiling mount for my wood. I mean, I've got it about 6 inches off the floor here in my rack, but that's obviously not high enough anymore. Maybe I'll mount it to the darn ceiling. What's up, Bobby? Here cleaning the shop. Yeah, it's a pretty good ride to Michigan for sure. Oh Lord. Still in here, Bobby? Alright, I gotta go grab a trash bag and check on the dogs. I'll be right back, guys. Yeah, Shoot's pretty close. I used to live down there next to Shoot 29 years and years ago. Okay, guys, I'm back. Sorry about that. I'll tell you what, guys, it's damn hot in this basement. Of course, I did leave that little heater running full blast for 2 days, so. Yeah, I've busted a couple here lately myself, Bobby. For those of you that don't know, your boy Blue here is the real life inspiration for Bobby. Actually, I just used his name. I didn't. None of it is exactly like him. Not be always being late or anything. None of that's like Bobby. I might get to try it one of these days before it goes off. Well, we stay in the bedroom with the air conditioner on, so it ain't too bad. Boy, let's sweep that up. I'm gonna go ahead and open this trash back. Well, it's a good thing I have a dedicated furniture down here. My old lady would kill me if I used one of the house furniture for this. Pretty much all. Alright, I'll trash that now. It's waterworks from here. Oh, Lord. Just right on here. Chat. Last couple of days, I've been working outside more than anything else. My ladder is not quite big enough for me to get on the roof. So I'm having to clean the gutter out from the ladder. But there's like a 10-foot section above the basement steps here that I can't lean the ladder against. It took me quite a bit of trial and error, but I finally figured out how to get it clean. Took me a couple of little blocks of 2x2 in there and pushed them with sticks, and that got everything pushed down to where I could pull it out with my hand. And I know that is part of the problem, at least in conservation of Florida, had to be part of the problem. Because that gutter was in pretty bad shape, I don't know why. I've been living back in this house since 2017 or 2018, and I've not cleaned the gutters out since I've been here. I don't know how long before that it was, but my mom had them done. I'm hoping that fixes a good bit of it. I gotta do the front of the house too now. I'm just trying to catch these dry next day, but I don't have to worry about getting wet and getting stuck. I like it when I do it. Because it's stuck standing on a metal ladder, leaning up, holding on to a metal roof, cleaning a gutter out with a piece of metal. You can get cheap and good at the same time. It's rare, but it does happen. I hung up one of my carpenter bee traps back a few weeks ago. I had one that had a bad knot hole in it, so I just went ahead and hung it up. I didn't cover up any holes or anything because I hadn't seen a whole bunch of them this year. But there's probably 7 or 8 dead bees in it now. So they're cheap and they work. They work good. And that's without covering their holes up. If you cover their holes up, they work better. Maybe I'll give me a little bit more right here. Oh, no. Tell you what, guys, I'm glad I live out in the country and not in the city where there's a sewer system. I would be really concerned if that was coming. Hope everybody had a good weekend, and I hope everybody's had a decent Monday so far. I know Monday's kind of sucks, but we can always try to make the best out of them. I mean, Mondays are not always bad. You can make them good. You can make everything good if you try. I don't mind getting up on the roof. Yeah, you can see the bandsaw in the video that Mr. Shoot gave me, which I was very, very thankful for, by the way. I've not got to do a video showcasing it just yet, but there's one coming. I mean, I know I've done a lot of whining and complaining about the shop closing, but I mean, I got a video out of it, a couple of shorts out of it, and now I'm doing a live for the cleanup, so making the best of the bad situations always a good thing to do. Is Mike is making stuff still in here hanging out? Or did he disappear on me? So for those of you that don't know, he hit his 1,000 subscriber mark today. So make sure you congratulate him. And for you guys that were around the other day when I said I was going to quit, I do apologize. I should not have said that. It's just this I don't know. It done a lot to me. I mean, mentally speaking, after the second time, I was really upset. And I mean, these channels that started 6 months after I did that are way past me. So, I'm about a month and a half away from being a year long on this channel. Why don't you let yours grow out a little bit there, Bobby, and let's see what you look like. There. We still got a good view. Yeah, the flooding on top of everything else just got me really frustrated, and I do apologize. I should never have said that. However, if this shop flood thing starts becoming a consistent problem, I may have to do some changing up of some things, like maybe working outside or putting it on hold till I get my shop built. Good Lord. Yeah, I got a feeling I'm gonna have this squeegee wore out by the time I'm done. Hey Bobby, do you have a day this week that you're not busy? It's a bit of both, Bobby. Hey Robert, how's it going? But Bobby, if you have a couple of hours one day this week that I can borrow you to move my heavy stuff out of the way, maybe. If I don't get it done on my own, I probably will, but things like moving the workbench around and this goddamn wood stove. I've about got all the water out from under everything. I do believe. So it may not be necessary, but do you have a day if I need you? Hoping to not need anybody because I hate to bug people. I need a little fun spot or something to get the squeegee light stuff with, and I could be about perfect. All right, nothing else goes horrifically wrong. I believe I've got the quarter guy left to work on it, at least anyway. I appreciate you guys hanging out with me while I do this. I know it ain't no time to watch, so I'm not getting to talk to you like I normally do, but I would be talking to myself if I was doing this anyway, so if I have a camera down here, I can just talk to people while I'm doing it. And not with half as crazy. got a good bit of it. You see, when I tell people how much I actually talk to myself, they all say, "Oh, well, I talk to myself too. That ain't nothing bad." But I just don't think that they quite get the concept of how much I actually talk to myself. Because if I heard somebody else talking to themselves the way that I talk to myself, I would think they were damn crazy. Yeah, I believe it's just about time for a break. One more pass through here. Anybody got any good bills going on this week? Yeah, true. The Snickers probably wouldn't hurt me. Trying to run short on funds this week, so I've had to cut out my main source of sugar, and I'm hypoglycemic, so I've got to keep an eye on that. Okay, I think I'm gonna call that break. Lord have mercy. I am too, honestly. Everybody make sure you hit that like button. Yeah, I think we'll sit down and take a little break. Bear with me just a second, guys. For some reason I can't get. It's like these LED lights are supposed to get hot. Sorry about that, guys. That was a pain in the ass. Still with me? Yeah, Bobby, I need one more of those lights right above the table saw and bed, so. And that would be perfect. I mean, right now for the bandsaw, I have a drop light right into it. I don't have it plugged in at the moment, but because my phone's charging. Okay. Lord have mercy. Sorry, I've been trying to teach my like button not to smack people back. I know one thing I'm never going to do again with them shop lights. I'm never going to hang one by the keyhole slot again. That's a damn pain in the ass. I'll put it up with the chain, like I did the one over the miter saw. If I can find the right bulb for it, I've got an old shop light over here. But it's been here, I guess, probably as long as the basement has. Well, Norm, I mean, they're draining. But this one drain back here in the corner has got to be getting underwater somehow because it shoots water back up out of it. But it drains when you pour water in it. So I'm thinking, I know at one time my grandmother had her washing machine down here. This was my grandparents' house. It was built in the 50s. And I know that drain over there is where the washing machine drains. Because I can remember climbing the chestnut tree and seeing the soap suds go in the creek and asking what it was, and I can remember them telling me it was the drain from the washing machine. And I walked across through there and hacked down some of my blackberries and everything looking, and I found a really, really old concrete one that I don't think works anymore. And there was one right next to it that was white plastic that I think is septic offshoot or septic vent or whatever the fuck it's called. That got the part that comes out of the septic tank. I think it's supposed to, that end of that's supposed to still be underground, but that bank washed away years ago. So I am going tomorrow and getting some food coloring and mixing up gallons of water, and I'm going to have my fiance pour them in all the drains and see where everything comes out at. Thank you, Nicole. I could not for the life of me think of that word. Drain field. This drain is can you see? It's up enough to go for a walk. Yeah, we're at 20%. But that drain right there is the one that has water shooting back up out of it. Now this is at the corner of the house, and there's a gutter downspout on the front of the house there. But I wouldn't think that being that much deeper than where the ground is that they would be connected to the same drain. But I'm going to check that too and see if that might be part of the problem. But that square hole there, I reckon, is what everybody said was a sump pump at one time. It's got much crap in it now from where all the flooding happened, but I'll shovel it out tomorrow. I'll be tired tonight. Now, I've been going almost an hour now, and I was going before that, so I had to stop and restart the phone. That wouldn't surprise me because there is a tree growing right, look, small. I think it's pop. I can't remember if it's a poplar tree or what growing right beside the downspout for the gutter. We're gonna sit like this today, guys, because before all this happened, I was getting prepared to do a video, but I hadn't even started it. Flossy, oh shit. I ain't heard that in a hot minute. Wipe it off, beat it off, hell, either one will work. Oh, you have got to be damn kidding me. That better not be more than one. No, it's just angle. I'm sitting that, okay. That worried me. I thought that was more water there for a minute. Thank you, baby. I appreciate that if you're still in here. I love you too. I thought about running some Y down these bases drains and seeing what happens. Because if it's anything like wood or tree roots or anything, shouldn't it eat through it? Damn, Bobby wasn't kidding, was he? I was completely stuck. At least it wasn't me this time. Who knows? Maybe tomorrow evening I'll get to finish my video. That would be super awesome. Even if I can't do it down here, as long as it's dry outside and the wood's dry, I will go do it outside. Yep, that you did, Flossie. That you did. No, what did you find today? Or I don't think I saw it. Sorry I keep walking behind the camera, guys. That's the only way I can see the chat. Well, I guess I could just turn this on now, but okay, there we go. Good. I'm hard to get that. What did you find today, Nicole? Did you post it on your YouTube? Oh hell yeah, that's awesome. getting a little bit late in the year now for carpenter bee traps. That's what I would do with the 4x4 if I was looking for something to make some money with. Of course, they've not been as bad this year as I thought they was going to be. That is correct, Robert. Oh, oh, and just for a quick tool review while I'm at it, the squeegee I was using was a Libman high power flexible blade floor squeegee. Great for uneven surfaces. That is not true. Yep, it's the time of year to start doing that because I went in a store the other day that had some of their Halloween costumes out already. I've got probably 5 jack-o'-lanterns over here painted, just ready to be assembled. I can't remember if I had the faces carved or not. If not, I'll have to carve the faces. But I don't think I would have painted them before I carved the faces. So. Hopefully, if the floor will stay dry, I can get this garden bench that Mike is making stuff built. Because I mean, I've got the frame pieces cut out for it sitting on the table saw installation. It just happened to be a miracle that I stacked them on the table saw instead of setting them in the floor. If I'd have set them in the floor, they'd have been ruined. Make the jack-o'-lanterns that you put a little tea light in. I can't remember if I done a video on one of them or not. I don't think I did. Robert, have you got me on Facebook, or are you a member of the Facebook group? Well, shoot me a message and I'll help you out with some ideas on what to do with those fence pickets. I know I done a video on my bluebird houses. Those sold really, really good last year, but not too good this year. I don't know, maybe it was just because the people that knew the difference between a bluebird house and a regular bird house bought them last year. I don't know if that's what the deal was or not, but we're easing into fall and Halloween, so it's time to start thinking about that. Exactly. I mean, I'm not fine with either, but I probably got one good fight left in me. The rest of the time, I'm just gonna run over you with the car and be done with it. That's exactly right. And I mean, I've always been that way, but it used to be a lot easier to set me off. Now I just don't seem to care. If you ain't hurting somebody I care about, then fuck it. I mean, hell, you can even do whatever you want to me, as long as you ain't hurting somebody I care about. Nicole, even if it's only a 10 inch, have him get you a sliding compound miter saw. Just a regular miter saw is good, but being able to cut bezels with them is so much better, I would imagine. Because if I cut a bezel in something, I have to flip it up on its side. Hell, when I was my craziest, I was 6 foot and like 150 to between 150 and 175 pounds. That's what I would go with, Nicole, if I were you. Now, Walmart at my local Walmart has a skill brand compound miter saw. I think it was a 10 inch. It might have just been a regular miter saw. I can't remember. I was so surprised at seeing that there that I forgot everything else. They had table saws and miter saws and everything at Walmart. Yeah, I would love to have one. If I ever get money on upgrade, that's something I'm gonna do. I believe I would just as soon have that as a table saw. Yeah, I've seen a couple of win items in there too, shoot. Of course, I went through a rough marriage and really a rough childhood too, so I've not ever really seen much value in myself other than to protect other people or help other people in some way, shape, or form. So, but you could aggravate me and force me until I would do something to you. But now, if you're not hurting somebody I care about, I mean, look at the way I handle the trolls in here. If they're not bothering one of you all, just let them be stupid. Hell, it's watch hours and engagement. So let them have at it. They're not hurting me, they're helping me. So. Hey, Rich, how's it going, buddy? How's your wood today? That's good to hear. My wood's a little bit wet, soggy right now, but it'll dry out eventually. Yeah, that heater's done a pretty good job. I was filling the stack of wood down here beside me, not what you think I was doing. Where Shoot couldn't even type. I guess I do need to look at the wood in my wood rack, don't I? Mm. Yeah, this will give you guys some kind of idea. Bear in mind that my wood rack sits 4 to 6 inches up off of the ground, and this is a 6 foot cedar fence thicket. Well, they can sit in that. The water was that deep. Well, I'd say that probably soaked a little bit, so I'd say it was probably about maybe you can see it in that section. I'd say it was probably at least that deep. Of course, that was the third time it done that, so. Lord, John. As you guys can see, I'm already soaking wet from where I've been squeegeeing the floor for the past hour, so I'm taking a break. Yeah, I need to do a video on some bat boxes. Flossie. I mean, I've done a couple of prototypes. I think I've tried them things. I can't remember for sure though. Like I remember somebody had never heard of one. Going wild over it. Oh, shit. These are my back box prototypes. Done out of cedar. Robert, do you have a table saw? No, Plato, I've not had any. Well, no more than usual. Let me rephrase that because the basement's always got a dampness problem, so I have a little bit of mold on some of my wood, but it's not been too bad considering. Not yet, anyway. Not owl boxes, bat boxes. You hang this way up in a tree, and bats will climb up in it, and they'll fly out and eat up all your mosquitoes, and you won't have to worry about mosquitoes no more. Of course, if you got chickens, you probably don't have to worry much about them anyway. But bats, when they fly, they don't take off like birds do. They can't. You have to hang the bat box pretty high because they have to fall a little ways before they can start flying. And for them to land, they don't land like birds do either. They have to have a good, straight shot runway where they can fly up and grab a hold instead of just landing. But if you've got a table saw, all you need to do is do you some panel glue up with your fence picket, edge to edge like I did there. On your table saw, just cut a bunch of grooves all the way up on each side of the board. If you're going to do it like this and have the sideboard cover the front and back, you can cut all the way through. If you're going to do it like this and not have the sideboard cover the front and back, then you're going to have to stop where you cut before you get all the way to the end of the board. Thank you, Flossie. But those were just prototypes. I mean, I had never heard of a back box before. I built one. The same lady that wanted the bluebird houses wanted those, and I done the bluebird houses for her. She was buying like 5 of them a week or so. Then she wanted to start on some back boxes, so I done the prototypes. And the reason I done the 2 different ways is this one here is more for you to like put a bracket on the back and hang it to a post, as opposed to this one here. You can just punch 2 holes in it right here and screw it straight to a wall or whatever. When I took my mom to her boyfriend's house in West Virginia, his brother was outside and asked me what I thought something hanging up above the door was. And it was obvious it looked like some kind of birdhouse. And from the way from what was left of it, I said that was probably a bat house. And he looked at me like I was crazy, and I had to explain it to him. And he said, "Oh, I guess that does make a little bit of sense." I'm pretty happy with these two. I mean, like I said, they were just prototypes. They wasn't to sell. But that would fit about 25 or 35 bats, maybe more. Similar measuring bite houses at Tractor Supply say 55, but I feel like that's a little bit small for 55 bats. I probably already seen them all, Nicole. I researched this for like a week before I ever cut a board for it. I watched a lot of the videos I watched. People were using like plastic mesh or something like that inside it, and I don't want to use that in something like a bat house because if your staples break or pop out, and that plastic mesh comes out, it'll wrap the bat up and it won't be able to fly away and it's going to die. So what did you accomplish other than killing a bat? You're better off cutting grooves in the board. Now, if you don't cut your grooves all the way across, mark on your table saw fence where to start it and stop it. That way you'll know every time you move your fence over exactly still where you got to stop it and start it so you don't go too far. It's easier to explain if I'm showing you, but like this one's the one that I didn't saw all the way through on the groove. You just bring your blade about halfway up, figure out about to where you're going to stop, about quarter of an inch or so from the end. And figure out where that's going to be, and you get lay it on your saw, and make a mark at each end. That way, you know where to stop as you're going through. Do you have cats or anything like that, Robert? Anything that would make a trap not work? I guess you can still make a live trap for it. Now you can get you an old newspaper box and get you some good tight springs and have a flap on it that when it and set the trigger so that when the weasel goes in to get whatever bait you've got in it, it flaps down shut and it can't get it open. Every year that I've attempted to have chickens, they've all been eaten. The first year I built a full coop from the ground up, and I had chicken wire all over it, thinking, ain't no foxes or coyotes or nothing getting in here. But I didn't think about, raccoons and possums climbing up and chewing in through the top of it. I didn't think about that. So I lost all them chickens in one night. And the next time I was had them in a little shop building where I lived in Johnson City, and something chewed through the damn door of it. I'm talking a 2-inch thick wood door chewed through it to get to it. Usually, when I try to remove a weasel, I just ask them to do something, and I don't hear from them for a month or so. Bad joke, sorry. I don't know. Wasn't really a joke. It's kind of true. Like Soup caught on to what I was saying there. If I want to cut somebody out of my life, all I've got to do is ask them to do something for me or loan them some money, and sure as shit, I won't hear from them again. I have a very few people that are not like that, but it's just a very few. Yeah, that's a lot of chickens to lose, Robert. That first year we lost them, I think we had 12. That second year we lost them, I think we had like 8 chickens and 2 ducks. Oh, oh, I hate having a wet shirt on. Ugh. I can't believe this shirt's still wet. Y'all let me work too hard. Well, I mean, there ain't much left to do now. I was just asking Bobby to see if he would actually do it, to tell you the truth. Yeah, you're more than welcome to come down. Bring a drain snake with you. Because I don't know if I'll have one by then. I hope I do, but yeah, he's probably still got his phone on listening, but I'll hear about it later. Why'd you say all that shit about me? Hmm. Okay. Yeah, just holler at me. We'll make a plan. Now that I've got the mud and the biggest part of the standing water up, I'm gonna keep the fan running to turn the heater back on in the floor and see what it does overnight. Hopefully I'll be able to make a video by tomorrow. But I mean, it don't look like, well, there's a little bit of water still running off of this plastic sheeting over my workbench, but I'm not too worried about that right now. Because my other plastic sheeting I took outside to dry and it got rained on, so it's wet. But I tell you what, guys, it's hot and I'm exhausted already. I ain't worked that much, but my shirt's completely soaked with sweat, and I want to go sit in the air conditioner. I really do appreciate you guys hanging out with me. It made this go much easier. Yeah, shoot, that would be a huge help. That's the big thing there is getting the drain figured out. All right, guys, I'm gonna go up here and get my air conditioner and cool down for a little bit. Love y'all, mean it. Y'all have a good night.